Good morning, and thanks for stopping by the MAC weather page for this Thursday, February 18th. And you can see temperatures out there this morning quite cold, down below zero at Brown City. Some other areas across southern and central Michigan below zero. Bad Axe down to -6 this morning. And you can see our red line here indicating where the 50-degree line is forecasted by the European and the green line by the GFS. Again, not much has changed over the last 24 hours on either one of these models. Again, the GFS mainly in the mid to upper 40s. With the European solidly in the 50s across much of the area. So we'll see which model turns out to be correct. If we look at the regional outlook, you can see temperatures well below zero. It was 17 below at Grayling, now down to 15, -10 at Alpena, Houghton Lake, and Cadillac. Again, very cold temperatures out there this morning. But with the high pressure system moving off to the east, we're going to warm things up quite a bit actually today. Here's a web shot from Lake Sheetak out in Minnesota. It'll be interesting to see what this looks like as we get into Friday night with expected thunderstorms in this area and quite a bit of rainfall. We'll see if the snow is mainly gone on tomorrow or Saturday's web update. And you can see on the weather map this morning that cold high pressure system now moving off to the east. And this afternoon we'll get a return southerly flow, and that's going to help warm us up into the low 30s. So a very nice recovery from overnight lows in the single digits to around zero in many areas. And again, this lead short wave is going to help push this warm air out into our direction. And as it does, it's going to touch off some mixed precipitation, especially across central Michigan and to the north later on tonight. But again, we don't expect much in the way of precipitation. If we look at the radar, you can see some of that activity breaking out to our north and west, and that should fill in as that system moves closer. And if we look at the weather map for tomorrow morning, you can see a low pressure system near the North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota border. Again, 988 millibars. That's a pretty strong system. It'll be tracking to the northeast. As it does, with high pressure off to our south, this warm front will sweep through the area, and we'll get into the warm sector and an expanded area of thunderstorms expected across Wisconsin and Minnesota. And we'll see if we can pick up any of those on our lightning detection network for tomorrow. And again, it'll be quite balmy, I think. I think most areas will be in the low 50s at least. Our record high is 57. That's not impossible. That could be in jeopardy. Best bet is, though, we probably don't get quite that warm, but we'll see. If we look at the forecast map for Saturday morning, that low pressure system will have moved off to our north. Cold front will sweep through the area. And again, it'll be cooler behind this system, but not real cold. I think highs will still make it into the mid 40s. And we're going to watch this low pressure system that's going to track through the Ohio Valley. That has a chance to bring us some possible snowfall across the area. Right now, we'll call for a chance of snow and highs around 35 to 40 on Sunday. But again, we'll watch that system. It's not impossible we could see a little bit more in the way of accumulation, although we don't expect it to be anything real significant. And if we look at the forecasted precipitation amount over the next 72 hours, this off the Canadian, the GFS, very similar, around a tenth to 2/10 across the southern part of the state, around 3 to 4/10 across mid-Michigan, and a ½ inch to an inch once you get into northern Michigan and the UP. So the big story from this will be the warm temperatures and very windy conditions. I expect on Friday we could see wind headlines, either wind advisories or possibly even high wind watches at some point issued for tomorrow, especially for the afternoon into the nighttime hours. Again, I think we could see winds sustained around 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts well over 40 miles per hour. Wouldn't you be surprised to hear some 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts as we get into Friday evening? Thanks for stopping by and have a great day, and 73s to all.